So let's begin. Before starting, any questions from yesterday's class? Have you all completed your hands-on?
Yes, Preeti.
All right. So any questions, let me know. And I'm going to start with today's class. Yesterday we have seen the basics, right? Like the working directory, staging area, local repository, and then we have understood the architecture of Git. And always you have to relate to this architectural diagram. Initial days, whenever when you are learning Git in the initial days, keep this architectural diagram with you and always refer to this architecture whenever you are doing something or practicing. Okay, that's how you should get used to that architecture. All right. Today, yesterday we have understood like what is working directory, staging area, and local repository. Today, let us proceed with a few more concepts. Initially, I'm starting with a scenario which is similar to the yesterday's topics. Okay, I'm creating a new file here. File3.txt. Some dummy lines I'm adding. You can add any lines if you are into programming or scripting or anything you can add here. Okay, I'm just adding some dummy content. Now, can you tell me where is this file? If I do status, I will know where is this file.
Working area.
It is in the directory. If you see, it tells you that it's untracked. Means untracked means a completely new file, right? And it is also giving you a clue. Like Git is tracking, Git knows there is a file, but Git cannot track it. It's asking us to add and commit. Okay, so what you have to do, Git add file3, right? Add this file.
Staging area.
Yeah, changes to be committed. So git commit minus -am, and then let's say something. So okay, it is in the staging area. Yeah, after adding it's in the staging area. It's asking you to commit. So okay, fine, I'm committing that. So this is the same scenario we did yesterday. Now the status would be clean, like the file is into the staging area. Okay, now what I want is I just want to make some modification to this file. Okay, let's say I'm adding some line here. Now, can you tell me, is this file having an unstaged change or not?
Modified stage will be there. Its file we modified. It will be in working area as we modified, right?
So whatever in the working area, that's called as unstaged change, isn't it? It's an unstaged change. Yeah, we discussed about untracked and unstaged changes. So this is an unstaged change. This file is having unstaged changes, which are in the working directory. If you want to see unstaged changes, git diff file name will show you unstaged changes. Here you can see, right? This is the line added. Yeah, it is having unstaged changes. Can you tell me now, is this file having staged changes?
Old stages are
Yes,
staged
both
changes, not the new one.
staged and unstaged.
Staged changes can be seen with the staged flag. It is not having staged changes. All the changes were added into the local repository. First line was added into the local repository, right? So it doesn't have any staged change. Okay. I want to put this second line into stage. What should I do? Correct?
Git add. I have to add git add.
Now, is this file having staged changes or not?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's having staged change. Is it having any unstaged change?
No.
No output, no unstaged change. Okay, fine, good. Then I'm adding another line. Now, can you tell me, is this having unstaged change or not?
Yes. Differences are there.
Third line, right, is unstaged. Is it having staged change or not?
Yeah. Hello, India.
Second line is staged, right? Means the point here is some of the changes were staged, some of them are unstaged. Means I made some changes, then added into the staging area, they were staged. Later on, I made few more changes, they were not yet added into the staging area. They'll be non-staged. Very simple scenario, right? Logical. Whenever you are working on files, this always happens. And at that point of time, if you see the status, the same file name will be shown under both stages. See, changes to be committed means, where is it?
In the staging area.
It tells you that the file is in the staging area. Changes not committed means
Working area.
it is in the working directory. So the same file name may be shown under both the staging area and working directory. Don't get confused. This could be the scenario. Simple logic, right? It sounds tricky, but simple logic. So the file is in both staging area and working directory. Let's say I want to just add and commit everything. I can do with a single command this way. -am and then staged changes or else changes committed, file modified, new text file modified. Typo. Right? Done. Got it, everyone? That's a simple scenario and the diff commands I want to show. Diff command will help you see the staged and unstaged changes of any particular file. Are we good? Okay. Yeah, that's about the diff command. And let's look into another interesting thing. So till now, we were creating new files. What about deleting the file? Let's suppose I want to delete a file. Git rm file 1. Okay, I want to delete this file. So git rm. Okay. So git rm file name will delete the file. See, if you see at the back end here, you don't have that file. I can also do here, you don't have that file. Okay. So file is gone. And if you see the status, always changes to be committed. Like I said, Git works with respect to your changes. Your change might be deleting a file, your change might be creating a file. Okay, so now I want to, changes are done. Now I want to commit the changes. Git commit -m deleted text file. Okay. Right, you can see on branch master, it says working directory is clean. This file is gone. Means this file is deleted both from working directory and local repository, completely gone. Right? This is how you can delete. But now I have a scenario. I want to delete the file only from my only from my local repository, not from my working directory. Means let us assume, let's say this file 3 is a this file, let's say this file two or whatever, let's say one file is a documentation or else some notes I have taken for my project or else some project reference. I want to keep it in this folder, but I don't want to put it in my local repository. For reference, I want to keep it here. Project related document, but it need not be version controlled. So how to do that? First, I want to delete it from the local repository. So git rm cached, let's say file 2. rm cached, what it will do, see, it's still in the working directory. It's in the folder, but it's removed from the local repository. If you see git ls files, only you have file 3, file 2 is gone, right? Now, again, what you have to do, whenever you make a change, git commit deleted from local repository. Right? Done. Now, if you see the status, why I'm seeing this message untracked file? It's in the working directory, it's not in local. That's what I need. But why I'm seeing this message? Anyone?
It's still there in the working directory, is it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a new file, right? It's there in the working directory. It's again like a new file. I
It
removed
is,
it from.
it is not added to staging.
Yeah, it's removed from staging area and local repository. It's like a new file. And we have initialized Git in this folder. If you remember, this Git demo is the folder where I did Git in it. Means it's my local repository, or else this is having .git folder. If you remember, if you see the hidden files, it has .git. Any folder, if it is having .git means it's a local repository. It will keep on tracking whatever files present in here. Okay, it will keep on tracking whatever files present in this folder. Okay, and just keep on trapping them. But what I want, I don't want Git to track this because, like I said, it's some documentation, some notes I'm taking from a project. I don't want Git to track this. But Git will keep on tracking it as it is in the local repository. So, how can I tell Git not to track, not to version control certain files? Or else, how can we exclude certain files from getting tracked by Git? Any idea? You might have heard about this.
Using gitignore.
Yeah. So that's where another important and interesting concept called gitignore comes in. What you have to do, just create another file called gitignore, .gitignore. Okay, it is also a hidden file, .gitignore. So in this file, you have to put the file names, whichever you don't want Git to track. I don't want Git to track this. Put the file name and save it. See, as soon as you saved it, it turned gray. It is not tracking. Do you see the difference? Also, suppose this is generally used to ignore. There might be so many log files. You can use wild characters. Star dot dot means any files with the extension dot log will not be tracked. Or else there might be some executables which you did not track with Git. All of that you can use this with. Understood? Yeah. So you can put the file name here. Git will not track it anymore. Right. But this is again after all a file. Let me show you. Git status. You can see it as .git ignore. Okay. So Git knows there is a file. I mean, this one is not being ignored, but .git ignore is being ignored because it's again a file, after all another file, right? Like any other files, you should add it. Okay, and you should comment that. Git commit -m, ignore file added. Done. Good. Even though I have here file too, even though it's not there in the local repository and the staging area, it is not bothering about it. Got it, everyone? Right? This can be used to exclude any executables, log files, or else we will be practically, see, I'm showing you now with the sample files or dummy files we are learning, right? As we progress, we are going to use this .gitignore for our Terraform files, for our Terraform project, or else in Ansible. Means you might be having some files which have sensitive data, like files which need not be pushed to GitHub, where there might be credentials and so on. Even those will be ignored because you don't want to push to GitHub and share it with others, right? So that's where this is used. Practical implementation also we'll see. Like I said, we'll be using this Git for every project, like for every tool we are learning to version control those files. That way you will see all of these things. Are we good?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any questions from anyone? All right, if everyone is good, I'll proceed. Here you can see, like when you do git log one line, you can see bunch of commits here, right? You are seeing a good number of commits. Now let's suppose you want to undo a commit. How do you do? And what is meant by undoing? What is the dictionary meaning of undo?
Revert back to old changes.
Reversing the things means, let's say you created a file means undo means file will be deleted, right? If you deleted something means you undo means your file will be created back, right? This is the meaning of undo. Reversing the things. Similarly, if you want to undo any particular commit ID, that's possible. Whatever changes happened in that commit ID will be undo, right? Let me give another example. Suppose there is a commit ID called A. See, I can't refer this alphanumeric entire ID, so I'm writing, consider it as A. Suppose in this commit A, we have created some file 1. You can revert it. Whenever you revert, okay, like commit, it will also generate a new commit ID called B. And file is deleted here, right? Again, you can revert this. Any number of times you can revert. You may revert this. Another commit ID will be generated called C. This will have again this file 1, which is same as A. Right? Logical, right? You go back to A, like you reverse it again. And whenever you revert any particular commit ID, whatever in that commit will be reverted. Whatever meaning, see, do you see that you can add multiple files into staging area? And whenever you commit, whatever in the staging area will be committed. It may be 1 file or 2 files, whatever it is. Understood? So, yeah, let me revert it. First, let's get the log again. Git log, a brief log with 1 line flag. Git revert. I'm reverting this. Okay, here in this commit, ignore file is added. So when I revert this, what happens? Ignore file will be gone. What if ignore file is gone? File 2 will be tracked again, isn't it? Let's see. So you revert any commit ID. It will ask for commit revert message like it asks for commit message. So see here. Okay, reverting ignore file. Actually, you don't revert the files. You revert the commits. Let's say reverted ignore. Escape colon WQ exclamatory. That's how you save the files from CLI. Escape colon WQ exclamatory. These were documented in the drive. Remind me, I can show you at the end of the class. Okay, done. Now, if you see the log again, see, a new commit is created with your revert message. And at the back end, do you see? Ignore file is gone. Because ignore file is gone, file 2 is being tracked again. Do you see that? File 2 is being tracked again. Clear, everyone?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Very.
Yeah. So now let's say I want the file back. Okay, I would like to revert this again. See this A, B, C, this is what I'm doing. I'm reverting this again. You may call it as revert ID or commit ID. You are reverting the revert or you are reverting the commit, whatever it is. I'm reverting this again. Again, it will ask for message. See, initially it will be like this at the bottom. You don't say anything means it's like in the command mode. You can't type anything. You should go to insert mode by escape I. At the bottom, you see insert means you can type here. Now I would like to type reverting ignore again. And again escape colon WQ exclamation. So done. Now, if you see the status, see, it's not tracking file to ignore file is back. And also when you see the log, you will see another revert ID created with the message I have given. Right? That's what is A, B, and C. You can revert any commit ID, Vinod. Any random commit can be reverted. Understood? Are we good?
Priti, always can I'll be allowed to revert to the previous commit, or I can even revert the first commit. Yesterday we did one first commit, right? Can I also do that?
That's what first commit only we reverted now. First commit means latest commit. Okay, but you can revert any random commit ID. Confirm if your question is answered. Is that clear?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so that's about reverting the things. That's how you can revert any particular commit ID. And this is how you undo any changes. There is another question from Guru Raj. Hi, Preeti, Google Drive access requested yesterday. Guru Raj, you'll get the access once you are registered. Okay, regarding access and all, please let us discuss at the end of the class. Okay. All right. So you are having a bunch of comments here. Okay, now, okay, let's suppose I'm doing these comments from past 1 week or so. Now later I realize I just want to get rid of a bunch of commits. Means in this, from this commit history, I don't want, let's say, successive top 4 commits or else successive top 6 commits. Means I realized, okay, last 1 week work, I don't want it because requirement completely changed. I want to get rid of them. In the sense, I want to wipe them from the log history as well. Right? Is that possible? That's where comes reset into picture. Right? What is this reset? The command is like git reset hard. You need to get rid of top 2, let's say, commit IDs 2. Okay, you can do get till head till 2. Head till 2 means top 2 will be discarded from the commit history. And here you have to understand head is a pointer in Git. It's like a pointer which always points to the topmost, latest commit ID. Head pointer points to this one. Okay. And now when you do reset, these 2 will be wiped off from the log history. Means they'll be erased from the log history, as well as whatever changes whatever commits happened during these commit IDs also will be lost. And this becomes the topmost commit ID. Head pointer will be pointing to this. That's what it resets the head pointer. Okay, let me show you. Git reset hard 2. Top successive commit IDs can be reset. You can't reset a random commit ID. Now, do you see 408 became the topmost? So this is one way to reset. Another way to reset is git reset hard. This one. Yeah, you can say head 3 or else this becomes the head. So you can also give that commit ID. Both ways are fine, same. See, now that became the topmost. This is called git reset. See, they are erased completely from the log history, right? Git reset hard. Suppose I want only this should be the topmost. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, head till 4, or else directly I can give this. Right? Understood. Let me do that. Okay, already 7A is there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want this to be the topmost.
Priti,
Yeah,
just
give
a
me
question.
that. Hmm.
It removes only the log entry or it reverts the changes also?
It reverts the changes as well. It
Okay.
removes from the log history, discards from the log history, as well as whatever changes during these commits will be wiped off, will be undo. That's called reset. Now, let's say I just want 2 commits, only those 2 were there. Okay. So what is the difference between reset and revert?
Revert will not remove the data from the log file. Reset will clear the log file also.
See, reset can undo any random commit ID. It
Okay.
can undo any random commit. Okay, this can reset only successive commits, top 2, top 3, successive, not a random ones. And every revert will generate a new commit ID. It generates a new commit ID means it's good. You can again revert it, correct? It generates an ID called B. You revert, get revert B, it becomes C, like you get again changes. But in reset, no new ID will be generated, no new commit ID. Means it's very it reset is called as destructive and a powerful command because changes gone are gone forever. You cannot get the changes back in reset. So it's called destructive and it's a very powerful command. It's not a one you use it on regular basis. You should use it carefully. Only when you are sure, okay, you don't want these bunch of commits, then you can reset, but not on regular basis. This is the safe method of undoing the changes.
Okay.
So on regular basis, we'll be using revert, not reset. Reset very rarely, like I said, maybe 1 week's work you don't want, you are very sure. So there's no point in maintaining the log history as well. At that point, you may do reset. Very rare. Clear now?
Yeah.
Those are the differences. That's about reset. Again, yeah, any questions? Okay. So that's about the differences between revert and reset. Again, if you dig into reset, okay, there are again different types of resets. You don't want to learn all of them. But as an additional thing, I'm showing you it through a chart. This is an advanced concept reset. People will have a lot of confusion over that when you talk about different types of resets. We use it very rarely, but this chart help you avoid any confusions. So let me show you this. Let's say hard reset. There are different types, okay? Hard reset, soft reset, mixed reset. Okay, here it is working directory, staging area, and local repository. Right? Whenever you do hard reset, your changes are gone from everywhere. Changes are gone from here, here, and here. That's why you cannot bring the changes back. Right? When if you do soft reset, same command, instead of hard, you put soft. Your changes are gone from local repository, but your changes are still there in working. Sorry. Yeah, your changes are still there on working directory and staging area. If you have your changes in working directory, how to get, I mean, staging area, how to get the changes back to local repository? Is there any way you can get them back? Your changes
Okay.
are in staging area. What you should do?
Commit.
Commit. You get your changes back, right? And in the mixed reset, your changes are there in the working directory, but they are gone from staging area and local repository. So how to actually, yeah, so correct, yeah. So how to get the changes in this case? Let's say I want my changes back to staging area. What should I do?
Git add, next git commit.
Right, right. So here you add it and commit, you get the changes back.
Yeah.
Correct? So this chart avoids any confusions and it makes clear with different types of resets, which is far advanced. You don't need it, but yeah, this chart simplifies the things. Just go through it and let me know. Understood? Save this chart. Hard reset will remove changes from everywhere, so you cannot get them back. Soft reset will remove the changes only from local repository. So if you want to get them back, you can run git commit. Okay, and mixed reset will remove the changes from local repository staging area, but your changes will be still there in the working directory. So if you want to get the changes back, add and commit. Got it right? Understood. Try this out. First, see, initially we are learning it. Okay, it is a practice where you need. Rather than scenarios, you need a practice. Scenarios are nothing but you want to. These are like general things when you are managing a file, when you are managing a code base. How do you modify? How do you manage those files? So it might be about modifying the things like it might be like you are removing some changes, adding some changes, and so on. So, the first practice the things whatever we were doing in the class, do the hands-on thoroughly. Okay, then look up to these additional things. You can take this as assignment and try out these things like soft reset, mixed reset. Can you try doing them? Yeah, give it a try. Right after doing the complete hands-on. Also in our website, if you go there in the labs library, there are assignments where even scenario-based interview questions, everything were there. So you can also have a look at them.
Now we have access for that assignment, or after this session we will have.
I think some of them you will have to some extent, not all. All right. So that is about reset and different types of reset. Reset, revert, these are all the advanced concepts. Like revert is generally we use. Reset is a bit rarely used. So we are back to the previous state of our repository. Can I proceed with the next part? Any questions from anyone? Okay. All right then. So let's proceed. Can you see the status? So it's clean. And whenever you see the status, have you noticed we are always seeing something like on branch master, isn't it? We were seeing something like on branch master. What is this branching? What is this branch master? See, branching is a very important concept in Git. Okay, this branching feature is helpful in real time, and that's making it so famous. Git has got various branching strategies, right? So first, let's understand what is a branch. You can imagine branch is like a virtual folder or directory, and master branch is called the default branch or the main branch. Imagine it's like a virtual folder or virtual directory. Means till now, whatever changes I have done are all set to be on master. Like I have made some file 1, I made some file 2, I made some n number of commits, everything by default happening on master. Okay, fine. Let's suppose I'm working for some functional requirement 1. Okay, I'm making changes on this master branch. Okay, let's suppose client came up with another requirement, F requirement 2. I want to make changes for this requirement. Again, the files are same. Changes might be different, but the files are same. So I'm making all the changes in this master branch. And yeah, all the changes were ready. And I have to push this requirement 1 for this March release. Okay, this requirement 2 I should push for May release. Is that possible? Everything is in the same folder. How do I differentiate both the changes? Isn't it? Even I can identify which changes are for which requirement after some time later, right? How do I push it differently? Is it possible? Is it possible to differentiate the changes as well? Isn't it? So what I do, instead of making all the changes here, whenever I have a requirement to, let us create a separate branch. Let's create a separate branch called, give some name, let's say feature branch. Generally feature means a new feature, let's say feature to something like that, a branch name. Branch name, whenever you create a from master, it is like a copy of this. It's a copy of this. Okay, now you make changes here. Like file 1 changes, file 2 changes. You make for requirement 2. It's like a another folder, another copy. So you can push this separately. You may push this to May, you may push this in March. This makes the things possible. And it's a copy till you make a branch. After making a branch, they work like two parallel entities. Meaning, whatever changes you make here in this branch will not be visible to the B1. And any changes made on B master, sorry, will not be visible to feature and so on. Means they work like two parallel entities. Initially, it was a copy you created from master, but later on they work like parallel entities, which allows parallel development. Means you might be having multiple features. You may allocate one branch for each of them, or else you may have different environments like a dev environment, okay? A release, like which goes for staging or pre-prod, and then you may have for prod. So you may maintain branches for different environments, different releases. It allows parallel development. It can help you for versions of the code. So that's what the branching helps you with. Is this much clear? Before I talk about other features, is this much clear for everyone? Okay, in layman terms, let me tell you, let's suppose I can give a simple example in layman terms. Suppose you have some folder here, okay? Imagine this is like a master branch. I don't want to mess up the master branch, like I have a new feature to be developed. So what I'll do, I will create a copy of this. Right, you can see it was like a PHP demo to something like that, right? It was a copy of it. Now they were like two parallel entities. If I go and make changes in this second folder, will it be automatically visible on first one?
No.
No.
Definitely no. So it's like two parallel entities. That's what is branch. Let me give you another example. Suppose this is where I'm writing some story. Okay. I want to give a different ending to this story. Like I have two climaxes in my mind. So one climax I'll put here. Rather than messing up this, I'll create another folder, give a different climax here. Like two versions of the same story. Right? Now, whichever is good, I may use it. Or else if both are good, I may publish both of those stories, two versions of the story. Right? So that's what is branching. Are we good now? Okay, so that's what is branching, and branches could be temporary branches or else permanent as well. Temporary means Temporary branch means, let's say, okay, I don't want to mess up the original one. I may use it like a draft. Once work is done, I'll merge it to master. I'll put all these changes, merge it to master and delete this temporary branch. Or else you may have branches for permanent purpose, like one branch for development, one branch for release and so on. So branches could be managed permanently or for temporary purpose. All of these things we will see. And remind you one more thing, we did not go to remote repositories yet. Okay, we are still on local. Before going to remote, we have many things to learn. So we will go to remote. We are still in this local repo only. Clear? Is it good? Can we do some hands-on on this branching?
Yeah.
See here. You can see all the branches like this. Git branch will list all the branches. As of now, I have only one branch, so it is just showing like master. Okay, let's say I want to create a branch. Command to create a branch is git branch, new branch name, and the parent branch name. B1 is the new branch name. Now it will create a branch called B1, which is a copy of master. That's a syntax to create a branch. So branch name is B1. And there is a question from Rohit. Can we merge only some files or complete branch will be merged? Always remember in Git, you will never work with files. You will work with the commits. Okay, whenever you merge one branch to another, all the commits from one branch will be committed into another branch. Not the files. Means it's not that, okay, merge this file, merge file one, not file. No, you merge the commits. When you merge one branch to another, commits from one branch to another branch will be merged. Now I'm creating a branch. Okay, now you see the branch list. See, it's showing B1 and master. Master is having this star asterisk indicates you are on master branch. Okay, you can switch to the branches. Let's suppose you are on master now. How do you know star indicates you are on master? Or else you can also check this way. You are on branch master. Okay. Let's suppose you want to switch the branch. Okay, you want to go to B1. So what you can do, git checkout B1. That's how you switch the branch. Okay, I'm going to B1. Okay, now I am on B1. How do you know again? Git branch, star is on B1. Also git status on branch B1. Now it's like another virtual folder in the local repository. Everything else would be same, like how you commit, how you move, everything is same. Now whatever commands you run are set to be executing on B1 branch. ls means ls of B1. Git ls files means ls files of B1. Two files, everything got copied. Even log will be of B1. See, log is completely copied. If you still want to make sure in the log command, you can also put the branch name like this. Just to make sure it's a log of B1.
But the working directory is one only.
You can imagine working directory, staging area, local repository with respect to every branch, like virtual things.
Okay.
Now, okay, what I'll do is, I have these files, okay. Now, let's suppose I'll create a new file. I'm writing a dummy line. Okay, now git add file 3. Okay, add this file. Okay, before that, let me show you status. See, everything is same, but on branch B1. Do you see this line? Untracked because it's like a new file. Same story is applicable here. What I should do? Okay, git add file 3. Okay, now if you do git status, Again, on branch B1, what should I do? Okay, some message like this. Okay, now status on branch B1, everything is clear. Now ls will show all the files, git ls will show all these files, which is fine. Now tell me one thing. Okay, I made the changes. I made a new file, file 3. I made a new commit on master. Are these visible on sorry, I made these changes on B1. Are these visible on master branch? Are they available on master branch? Do you think so?
No. No.
Shall
Let
we
us
check
see.
by switching to that?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's switch to master. How to switch the branch?
Good.
Check out.
Git checkout will help you switch the branch. Okay, switch it to branch master. I am on master branch now. How do you know? You can do git branch, star is on master, git status on branch master. See, there is no third file. There is no third commit. Let's check the log. Git log will now show the log of master because you are on master branch. At this point, if you see the log of other branch, this is how. See, there's a third commit on B1. You don't have it on master. First two are same because initially it's a copy from master. Interesting, right?
And we see that file physically within the working directory now.
Here, if you run, it will not show. If you run, if you switch and do ls, then it will show. Like I'm telling, working directory, staging area, local repository, everything with respect to the branch.
Okay.
This branch, if you here and do ls, you will not see any working directory or anywhere. If you switch to master, then you will see. Give me 1 second, please. Give me a second. So, now, okay, I'm not having the third file or third commit. Let's suppose now I want to integrate or get, let's say B1 is for temporary purpose as a draft. Okay, work is done, everything is good. I want to integrate changes from B1 to master. How is that possible? Can we do that? What is that called as? Integrating changes from one branch to another.
Check-in.
Merging.
It is called merging. You can integrate changes from one branch to another. How do you integrate changes from one branch to another? Git merge source branch and the destination branch. That's a syntax. So following that syntax, git merge. What is the source? From where do we need the changes?
B1.
P1 is the source. Master is the destination. I'm already on master branch, destination branch. So this is the syntax. So can you see now the third file? The third commit, right? When you check the log of master, yes, third one is there. This is the log of B1. See, third commit copied. This is the simple way of branching and merging. There are different scenarios of merging. At times when you merge, you get the conflicts. We will also learn that. But is this clear, everyone? The concept of simple concept of branching and merging.
It's clear.
And merging. Tell me.
Yes.
One question, when we are going for the merging, source and destination file will be modified.
Destination will be modified, yes. Because you are bringing changes from source to destination, destination will be affected. Source will not be affected.
Okay.
Changes happen into the destination branch, the master branch in our case.
Okay, if I am using for the suppose B1
Louder.
and B2, P1. So if I am supposing B1 is the source or B2 is the destination, then B2 branch is modified.
Correct. You're
Okay.
bringing changes from B1 to B2. You're bringing and placing in B2. So obviously B2 is the one which is going to be modified. B1 will not get any modification because of this merge.
Pratik, one question. So, Pratik, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, let's say the same file, right? File 1 is there in master and file 1 is there in the B1 branch. Okay. After creating B1 branch, let's say I have done some changes in master branch, file1.txt. Okay. And same file1.txt modified in B1 branch also. When I merge, both the changes will be there in master of file1.txt.
You are talking about the next scenario of merging with conflicts.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about this first one. Simple merging, automatic merge happens. You are having different scenarios of merge where you will see conflicts. We will talk about that.
Sure.
This is the one we did now. There is another scenario. Whenever you are merging, you may get conflicts. How to resolve the conflicts? Like what is the reason for conflicts? All of that we'll discuss in the next class probably. Are we good till this part? Any questions in the concept of branching and a simple merging?
No.
Yep. So today we have started with the diff commands, right? Seeing staged changes, unstaged changes. Then we discussed about git rm cached, right? And then we discussed about gitignore, right? And then reverting, and then reset. These are the things. And then the concept of simple branching concept. Okay, it's not completed. Branching and simple merge. These are the topics we have dealt with today, right? Any questions on these things? Diff commands, rm cached, ignore, revert, reset. We just got intro to branching and merging. We have to do that conflict scenarios. Again, we'll see conflicts on remote. We are still on local. In local itself, we are merging. How to merge on remote? How do you get conflicts on remote? How do you resolve a conflict when you get a conflict with other person? All of that we have to look. Diff command, I'm summarizing the things. Diff command will help you see the unstaged and staged changes of a file. Right? RM command will help you delete the file from local repository, but not from working directory. RM cached will help you delete the file both from working directory and local repository. I'm sorry, I think I mentioned it reverse. RM command will help you delete the files both from working directory and local repository. RM cached will keep the file in working directory but remove it from local repository, right? Ignore will help you exclude certain files from tracking. Revert will help you undo any random commit, right? Reset will help you to undo a successive commits, a bunch of commits that can be reset, right? These are the things we discussed. And the branching intro, like what is a branch, how to create a branch, and how do you merge a branch, simple merge. Do thorough hands-on on it before we get into the complex scenarios of conflicts or in branching. Any questions? Any confusions?
No, we're good.
So if you are like, what you have to do is like, how do you do hands-on? Watch the recording. Okay, if you are comfortable with the session very well, you can do the hands-on along with watching. Like you keep the video, you pause the video and do the hands-on. Okay, that's how you can do. And like you do the hands-on while watching by pausing the video, referring to the drive. These all commands were there in the drive. Okay, once that is also done, first do whatever we discussed in the class by watching the recording. Then you have your quiz. Okay, go through this quiz. I think you can take up till the second quiz. Okay, these two you can go through. Once that is also done, here you have hands-on scenarios, hands-on on Git, interview questions, lab assignments. Okay, here are the lab assignments. If you go for this Git, okay, here you have small assignments. Okay, objectives, instructions, how to do it. You have everything, solutions and all. Okay, just go through these assignments. Okay, and then you have interview questions. If you go to Git in particular, you have again in the interview questions, beginners, intermediate, advanced, and scenario based. So go through those interview questions daily as much as you can. There'll be definitely so many new things you will come across. You can explore those things or still questions on them, you can get back to me. This is how you should do practice. At least if you can't do any of them, you make sure minimum thing is you should do everything whatever we do on the class. Then the assignment I have given like a different types of research, then all of these things. If you do all of this is well and good, that's perfect. If you can't do all of this, at least watch the video and do the hands-on, same hands-on. And once you are having any questions, you can post it in the WhatsApp group, whichever it's there as of now. Tomorrow, a new WhatsApp group, separate group will be created. Any more queries regarding anything now, you can ask me. And I asked something to remind at the end. What is that? It's about the drive access. Yeah, you will have this drive access once registered. In this drive, you have your documents here. In the Git, you have all the commands we executed and everything is available. Anything else? Hope I answered all of your queries.
Preeti, can you just copy that link, drive link? I registered, but drive link I don't see it.
1 second, I'm sharing it.
Yeah.
You can check the access things with Raj, but anyway, I'm sharing the drive here.
Okay.
In the Zoom chat, I'm sharing it.
Okay, thank you.
If no questions, we can close here. Are we good?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Prati.
All right, then we'll close here and we'll continue tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.